Just kind of realized I'm a white trash loser.
I didn't say anything too offensive, did I?
I think fat shaming is always okay. There's nothing worse than being next to a fat, smelly motherfucker. I'm honest, I try to be, unless I'm trying to sleep with you.
If it wasn't UFC, I'd probably be cooking meth in a trailer in prison, so.
I'm gonna have a deep moment with you guys. My dad was a scumbag, super scumbag.
Hardened in the mean streets and throughout his UFC journey, Strickland doesn't mince words when he says that he's even tougher than a U.S. Marine.
What do I say to this guy wearing a Vietnam hat? I can't even talk shit. Because I like what you said about those Navy SEALs. They're a bunch of women. I'm like, yeah, my dog. Gun to the head, true story.
He even attacks ex-Navy SEAL David Goggins, who is known to have accomplished more than most men can accomplish in 2 lifetimes.
You guys, let me explain to you why I make fun of David Goggins. He is a fraudulent man. He's an easy target. He's a fraud. Bro, you are so great at running down the street. You're not hard. You're not tough. You run, my man. Do you know why I know you're fraudulent? Because as I make fun of you and you post your little TikTok video, I'm a hard man. I'll show up. I'll handle this like a man. No, you won't, dude. I train at Extreme Couture. I'm easy to find. You live in Las Vegas. I live in Las Vegas. Show up. Mitch showed up. Do you not know how to use GPS, my man? Do you not know how to get in your car? I'll tell you what, why don't you jog down? But you won't, dude, because you are a fraud. You go on TikTok and you make these stupid videos. You are a fraud, and that's why I make fun of you, and that's why you will never show up, because I will expose you. I will expose you. So just stay on TikTok and keep running, or man up and show up, but you won't.
And here's Goggins' response.
Because this is your opportunity to show the world that you can me up. I'm going to have camera crews out there. You make sure you bring your camera crew out there, because you're going to want to get this on camera. Because the 49-year-old broke down, up knees, up body guy is going to put you through a camp that you think that you can me up in, okay? So this is your opportunity. And Strickland, I haven't forgotten about your video. I hope I see you there also.
His views on women are no better given that he's a public figure and represents the UFC.
If your stomach looks like a and you're naked and a guy doesn't know which hole to put it in, you're too fat.
And I thought since you got married, you start wearing more clothes to the gym. It's smart. I thought we had to talk about this. You got to discipline her, bro. Make the woman put on some clothes when she comes to the gym.
And then let me do the rest of the talking. So,
now, was the end goal to get laid, or why would I do that?
Because you're making small talking conversations. Just be
But why do I need to make small talk with a woman?
Here's the thing, guys. WNBA. Let's just be honest. I'm not going to be offensive when I say this. WNBA, NBA. Who watches what? Who makes more money? Women's MMA, sure, have women's MMA. Have it a thing. I don't like to watch it. I don't think most people like to watch it. If the females MMA were to separate from a male MMA, no one's gonna watch this shit. No one wants to watch this shit. Just what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you, dude. It is what it is. Why is that a bad? Again, do you want to watch a sports car race a Honda Civic? No, you want to watch a sports car. There is a vast difference between men and women. I'm not saying you can't sit there and enjoy it, but I don't want to go see two little cats fight. I want to see lions fight.
You ever hit on a fat girl online, right? Maybe every now and then you run into this fat girl and you're like, oh man, you're extra fat in person. We need to go back to taking women out of the workforce, and maybe that's you guys. We let women vote. No offense, but let me I want to tell you guys something. Think about America prior to women voting. They try to ban alcohol. I don't even drink, but I'm not trying to ban alcohol. So what you did, man, you let these women come in the workforce. Now we make less money. You got kids raising themselves on TikTok. We need to go back to 1942, especially after, maybe 1958 after we up the Germans. We need to put women back in the kitchen. We need to take only one man needs to be working. So I think as a collective man group, we need to elect somebody that's going to put women back in the kitchen, put one man working, raise the wages, and build a wall.
In this next clip, a Canadian reporter gets scolded for asking if Strickland supports the LGBTQ community. Strickland is particularly triggered given there is no relevance to this interview, and he goes off on a rant.
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse crowd of...
Let me know. Are you gay?
Could I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak man, dude. You're part of the problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, you asked me some stupid shit like that. Go yourself. Move the on, man.
I feel like that doesn't really answer
coward.
the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you
This guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your bullshit you're peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. So I don't give a who you I don't give a what you want to do in life. But don't tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in school. Don't push your agenda. Don't try to brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go up past all this shit and brainwash people, you cuck.
Many people, including myself, would agree with this last point. I think those subjects are best left for families to discuss amongst themselves, especially at a young and very impressionable age.
Like, dude, this guy is the enemy. You want to look at the enemy to our world? It's that right there, asking these stupid questions.
He brings it home with a little humor.
And I love the gays, all right? Calm down. I don't hate your life choices. I don't hate your husband. But anyways, I'm not a huge fan of the...
During the Vegas Super Bowl, Strickland ran into rapper Machine Gun Kelly and proceeds to calling him a weirdo for obvious reasons. I was never a fan of the rapper/stick figure since his beef with Eminem. MGK's feelings are obviously hurt, as he explains to Logan Paul. I kind of understand where he's coming from, but MGK didn't seem to have any qualms about bringing Eminem's family into his very successful diss track, Rap Devil.
I don't know this guy from a crumb of bread, right? I didn't know who he was when I met him. I got hip afterward that he's like insanely racist and homophobic and just not my type of guy, so I would have never even wanted to shake hands with him in the first place. But he also is just a representative of every person who's too scared to just be themselves, because if you're comfortable as yourself, you don't care who anybody else is.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, as I'll be posting more content like this from now on.